This is no one from nowhere, and you are, and I am a spirit of God. Today I want to talk to you about Anunnaki, make us gods. First, a joke. What do you call a can opener that will not open? A can't opener. First, I take you to Acts 7:40 through 43. Make us gods that will be our leaders, they said to Aaron. As for that Moses who brought us out of the land of Egypt, we have no idea what has happened to him. It was then that they fashioned the calf and offered sacrifice to the idol and had a festive celebration over the product of their own hands. But God turned away from them and abandoned them to the worship of the galaxies in the heavens. So we find it written in the book of prophets. Did you bring me sacrifices and offerings for 40 years in the desert, O house of Israel? Not at all. You took along the tent of Moloch, which is Baal, and the star of the god Rephaim, which represents Saturn, the images you had made for your cult, plural. For that I will exile you beyond Babylon. According to the Woman's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets, under Moloch, he was the Tyrian fire god, probably based on Hindu Agni. His secret name meant king, like the Semitic Melech or Malark. He was assimilated to the Greek Hercules, whose sacrificial victims were slain by fire. Melech was worshipped by the Jews in the time of Solomon, whose famous temple was actually built by the king of Tyre in 1 Kings 5:1 through 11. Jews seem to have identified Melech with Yahweh when they were passing their firstborn children through the fire to Melech in Leviticus 18:21. Yahweh also demanded sacrifices of firstborn children, found in Exodus 13:2. The shrine of Melech near Jerusalem was Gehenna. Christians adopted this word out of the Bible as a synonym for hell, and also gave Melech a prominent position among the demons. Melech can be assimilated to Ishkur, Adad, also Nergal, and Ninurta. Next, I take you to Amos 5:26. You will carry away Succoth, your king, and Kion, your star god, the images that you have made for yourselves. Succoth is an Assyrian name, and Kion is a Mesopotamian Sumerian name for Saturn. And it is Saturn worship we are talking about. And it is false worship of the sun, the moon, and the planet Saturn, and also Venus. Revelation 13:18. A certain wisdom is needed here. With a little ingenuity, anyone can calculate the number of the beast. For it is a number that stands for a certain man. The man's number is 666. The northern top of the planet Saturn has a 6 hexagonal shape that definitely has the appearance of being fabricated by the Anunnaki as part of their energy harvesting system. At any rate, Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun. Saturn is the Earth's 6th day of the week. ISO 8601 for further reading. Judaism is the Star of David. The Star of David has 6 3-sided exterior mini triangles. This is 3 sixes equal to 666. The Star of David has 6 3-sided interior triangles equaling 3 sixes or 666. The Star of David has a 6-sided hexagon shape inside the interior. This religion worships on Saturday equal Saturn day, 6th day, and the 6th planet. Black is the color of the uniform for Saturn. This all represents 666. Christianity, the Saturn cross. The black cube is a representation of Saturn worship. The early Christians practiced Saturnalia. The first Pope, Constantine, worshiped Mithra, who is synchronized with Ishkur-Hadad, Yahweh, who is another Saturn god. The Christian cross folded out makes 6 individual black cubes equal to a 6. The black cube cross has a 6 square face. 6 squares times 4-sided equals 24. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 6 squares times 6 sides equals 36, equaling to 3 sixes or 666. Matthew 12:8, the Son of Man is indeed the Lord of the Sabbath. This is also found in Mark 2:28. The Sabbath is celebrated on the Saturn day equals Saturn day, the 6th day, also in Genesis 2:2-3. Sabbath was always starting on the 6th day and going into the 7th. Black is the color for the priests and their uniforms and is a representation for the planet Saturn. This all equals Saturn 666. Priest means tamer of serpents. Jesus says to be as wise as serpents. He also needed to be hung up just like the Moses story in Exodus, as the Son of Man must be hung up on a cross. This all goes to Anu in the Thuban Draco constellation. Islam, the Mecca black cube is called the Kaaba, which is the black stone, and it was placed there by Abraham and Ishmael. Black is the color of Saturn. The worshippers walk around the black cube in a counterclockwise formation. This is a clear representation of the 6th planet Saturn, because inside the 6 hexagonal northern top of the planet Saturn, there is a storm moving counterclockwise. The black cube in Mecca has 6 individual squares. The black cube in Mecca has 6 faces. The black cube mimics the storm top of the 6th planet, called Saturn. This all represents Saturn 666. Pictured here is the northern top of the planet Saturn, with the counterclockwise storm in the center where you can see the eye around it. The color of Saturn cults is black and has rings on the planet. This extends to judges, priests, all clergymen who wear the color black. The Black Bible is an example. The Sheriff 6-pointed star, Walmart's 6 points, Nike's swoosh, Target, bullseye. To hear you wear Saturn rings, and is marriage is also making a covenant with God, and you wear a Saturn wedding ring. Spirituality is beautiful with high vibrations of love. The great Anunnaki and the Ajiji set up the different religions so we can realize that we are spiritual beings and fly in the Holy Spirit of God. I am not opposed to anyone's beliefs, and I do not condemn or support any one group. My perspective is based on divine intervention at the ages of 7, 9, 12, and 13, and being bleeped inside of one of these divine churches of God. This forever changed my life with bleep and the scope and reasoning beyond the comprehension of human understanding. Today I leave you with Daniel 3, 1 through 2. The fiery furnace. King Nebuchadnezzar had a golden statue made, 60 cubits high and 6 cubits wide. This is also 666, which he set up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. He then ordered the satraps, prefects, and governors, the counselors, treasurers, judges, magistrates, and all the officials of the provinces to be summoned to the dedication of the statue which he had set up. Thank you so much, and always remember that you are and I am a spirit of God. Peace and love be with you.